Welcome back to Car Show 1, where we take you on a journey through the most legendary and beloved cars in history. Every week, we bring you stories of design genius, engineering brilliance, and the cultural impact of vehicles that change the way people think about driving. Today, we're diving into a car that not only redefined what a sports car could be but also introduced the world to Japan's ability to challenge the dominance of European and American performance icons. This is the story of the 1969 Nissan Datsun 240Z, a car that shook the sports car market to its core and earned its place as one of the most iconic and collectible vehicles of all time. In the late 1960s, the sports car scene was dominated by European marques like Jaguar, Porsche, and MG, as well as a growing muscle car movement in America. Japanese cars were mostly seen as small, economical, and practical, not as high-performance machines. But Nissan, then known internationally under the Datsun name, had a vision. They wanted to create a sports car that could match the performance, style, and excitement of European competitors while offering reliability, affordability, and everyday usability. The result was the 240Z, internally known as the S30. The 1969 Datsun 240Z was unveiled in Japan as the Nissan Fairlady Z and marketed abroad, especially in the US, as the Datsun 240Z. From the very beginning, it turned heads with its long hood, short rear deck, and smooth fastback profile. The styling took inspiration from classic European Grand Tourers, particularly the Jaguar E-Type, but it was no direct copy. It had its own identity with sharper lines, a distinctive front end, and a clean, balanced look that gave it an instant appeal. The proportions were perfect for a sports car, low slung, with a wide stance and minimal overhangs, giving it an aggressive yet elegant presence. Under the hood, the 240Z packed a 2.4-liter inline-six engine producing 151 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque. While those numbers may not sound extreme today, in 1969, they were impressive, especially considering the car's relatively light weight. This combination gave the 240Z strong acceleration and a top speed of around 125 miles per hour, putting it squarely in competition with more expensive European sports cars. Power was delivered to the rear wheels through a smooth shifting 4-speed manual transmission, with an optional 5-speed available in some markets. One of the car's greatest strengths was its balance of performance and practicality. It featured independent suspension at all 4 corners, a rarity for affordable sports cars at the time, which gave it precise handling and a comfortable ride. Front disc brakes and rear drums provided solid stopping power, and the rack and pinion steering offered quick, direct feedback. All of this made the 240Z equally enjoyable on winding back roads, racetracks, or even during daily commutes. Inside, the 1969 Datsun 240Z surprised buyers with its level of comfort and features. The cabin had deep, supportive bucket seats, a full set of clear, easy-to-read gauges, and a driver-focused dashboard layout. Materials were of high quality for the era, and the car offered amenities like a radio, heater, and good ventilation. The rear hatchback design provided a practical cargo area, making the 240Z far more versatile than many sports cars of its time. Pricing was another factor that made the 240Z a game-changer. In the US, it sold for around $3,500, far less than a Jaguar E-Type or Porsche 911, yet it offered similar performance, arguably better reliability, and lower maintenance costs. This made it accessible to a much wider audience, from young enthusiasts buying their first sports car to seasoned drivers looking for an affordable performance machine. When the 240Z hit American showrooms in late 1969 for the 1970 model year, it was an instant success. Dealerships had waiting lists, and buyers were willing to pay more than sticker price just to get one. Car magazines raved about it, praising its handling, performance, and styling. Road and Track called it a breakthrough, and noted that it offered the best of both worlds, European-style performance with Japanese quality and affordability. The success of the 240Z also had a profound impact on the global perception of Japanese cars. It proved that Japan could build not just economical transportation but also serious sports cars that could stand toe-to-toe with the best from Europe and America. This opened the door for future performance models from Nissan, Toyota, Mazda, and others, helping Japanese brands gain respect and market share around the world. In motorsport, the Datsun 240Z quickly proved itself as a capable competitor. It performed well in SCCA racing in the United States, often beating established European rivals. It also found success in rallying, with victories in grueling events like the East African Safari Rally, showcasing its durability and toughness in extreme conditions. These achievements helped cement its reputation as a performance car you could trust, whether on the street or the track. Collectors today see the 1969 240Z as a highly desirable classic. Early models, especially those with original parts and in excellent condition, command high prices at auctions. The combination of its timeless design, historical significance, and driving enjoyment makes it one of the most sought-after Japanese classics. Many enthusiasts also appreciate its mechanical simplicity, which makes it relatively easy to restore and maintain compared to more complex European cars from the same era. Beyond its technical and commercial success, the 240Z holds a special place in the hearts of car lovers for its emotional appeal. It was a car that made sports car ownership possible for a new generation. It looked exotic, felt exciting to drive, and yet was dependable enough for everyday use. For many, it was their first taste of real performance driving, and it left a lasting impression that has carried through decades. The 1969 Datsun 240Z's influence can still be felt today in Nissan's modern Z cars. The 350Z, 370Z, and the new Nissan Z all carry design cues and a performance philosophy rooted in the original. Even after more than 50 years, the first-generation Z remains a benchmark for blending style, speed, and practicality at a reasonable price. Driving a well-preserved 240Z today is like stepping back into an era when sports cars were simpler, more connected, and more engaging. The thin steering wheel, the responsive engine, and the view over the long, curving hood all combine to create an experience that modern cars, with all their technology, often struggle to replicate. It's raw, pure, and full of character. In the grand history of sports cars, the 1969 Nissan Datsun 240Z stands out not just for what it was, but for what it represented. It was the car that proved Japan could build world-class performance machines, the car that brought affordable excitement to thousands of drivers, and the car that started a legacy still alive today. Whether you see it at a classic car show, on a winding mountain road, or in a collector's garage, the 240Z's presence is undeniable. It's a reminder of a time when passion, ingenuity, and a clear vision could create something truly timeless.